Alrighty, welcome to the second part of the Transformers Universe Constructicons review. Today we're going to be taking a look at Bonecrusher and Scavenger. And I have to say, again, like I mentioned in the Long Haul and High Tower review, these are the repaints of the Transformers RID build team. And by switching them over to being Decepticons, the paint jobs on these guys, even in the packaging, looks really good. It's standard packaging, very similar to the other one. Just kind of some promo shots of what these guys will eventually be individually and together as the Universe Devastator. And so anyway, packaging looks great. Artwork for these guys looks really cool, and can't wait to get them out. So let's take a look and see what they look like in vehicle mode. And as you guys can see, these guys, like their two counterparts, actually the Constructicon colors really translate very well. And the one thing that other people have mentioned is on Scavenger here, he is more of a kind of a reversal because predominantly on all the Constructicons their main color is this kind of green, and their secondary is the purple. Well, the reverse is true for Scavenger here. He's primarily purple with hints of green. But you know what? I don't think it really distracts. I mean, overall, I mean, he has a blaring Decepticon symbol here on the side of his cab. And one thing I noticed was in comparing him to Grimlock, I don't know if you can see it, but it has a greenish tint to the window, whereas on the original RID Grimlock, it's just kind of a smoke gray blah. And the difference in this one, let's see if we can kind of get these two in the same shot somewhat, is there's actually kind of a kind of sparkly green for Scavenger versus Grimlock here. So anyway, just kind of a different, you know, same mold but just slight differences. And while we're comparing here, I did notice on Scavenger, for some reason, you know, he's been in the package for as long as he has, his shovel is a little bit loose, whereas Grimlock's has a little bit more stiffness to it. But that's enough for Scavenger. Let's move on to Bonecrusher, the recolor of Wedge. And I really love the dark greens that just, you know, they pop up everywhere. And I love how big and just they make the Decepticon symbols stand out. And I think probably these will always be better off as Decepticons over, you know, Constructibots or whatever you want to call them. Anyway, as fantastic as these guys are in their vehicle mode, there's not really much to them. The blade is fixed for Bonecrusher. You just get limited range of motion out of the arm for Scavenger, and you know, you get your movability on their wheels. But that's pretty much it for vehicle mode. So look cool, and let's see how they compare when they're in robot mode. And here we have these guys in the robot mode, and I must say, wow. I think personally Bonecrusher looks more of an homage than Scavenger does. But one of the things you'll notice about Bonecrusher is the excellent G1-esque, you know, the red eyes, the just perfect placements of the purple. So overall, I think placement of the homage color scheme works really cool. His cannon can plug into his back for storage back here, but if you're going to have it out most of the time, you'll just go ahead and have it placed in his hand. So anyway, overall, even though he's really kind of small compared to all the other members of the Constructicons, he's not too shabby. The proportions for his height and everything else seem to work. And I think overall it's a really cool design for robot mode, and for Bonecrusher works. Now for Scavenger over here, like we mentioned earlier, he's primarily purple with drops of green. I don't mind it, honestly. The black legs and the little bits of color down here compared with the variety up here, yeah, it's really cool. He retains the mold's scissor mode tail up here. Now the one thing I'm not really sure about is his head, why they gave him a red visor with kind of this lavender color scheme that even primarily dominates the the shovel up here. You know, but whatever, it's not a total kill, so I can live with it. So, final thoughts. As far as recommendations go, I would actually recommend this set. The positives far outweigh the negatives, and it's a really kind of fun set, and especially if you're going for the Universe Devastator, then a definite must-have. So anyway, that has been the review for Universe Bonecrusher and Scavenger.